Okay, welcome back to episode 2 of the podcast of Entertainment Talk. This is Anthony Risling and
Uh,
co-host here.
I'm Christoph Kositza,
Yeah,
and we're also joined with
Steve.
Steven Stiller.
Yes.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good, good. We're right in between, you just got out of Christmas, and now
Yeah.
we're heading towards New Year's tomorrow. New Year's Eve is tomorrow.
Yeah.
Uh,
So tell everyone a little bit about yourself there and your background there and some projects you worked on.
Okay, well, I'm Steven Stiller. I'm a local filmmaker here in Vancouver, BC. I've done a number of short films that have played in different festivals around North America. I started working in the industry probably in 1999 when I moved to Vancouver. I've worked as a crew member on different films, different Hollywood films like the Tron remake. Currently working on a Netflix show called the Series of Unfortunate Events.
oh, you're on there. Nice. That's a local Vancouver show, right?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
That's with
big
Neil Patrick
show.
Harris.
Yes. We have Doogie Howser, although
Yeah.
I think
Oh, you
we're
got
really
Doogie.
supposed to call him Doogie Howser, but you know.
Any crazy stories on set from NPH?
Nothing I could really say. I don't want to get in trouble. You kind of protect the privacy of the set, but no, nothing really crazy. I mean, he's a super nice guy.
What color
He's there.
M&Ms does he love?
Oh, I've never seen him actually eat, so I don't know if he eats. He's a pretty
There you
skinny
go.
guy, right? So he probably doesn't
there you
eat
go.
that candy stuff.
He's got like that astronaut toothpaste tube, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
In the back
exactly.
pocket somewhere, just sucks from that every now and then. That's cool.
Yeah.
I don't even know what was the last one. What was the last set you were on? You were on Man the High Castle, Anthony?
Yeah. But yeah, that's not too bad. It was Mountain High Castle.
Yeah, I worked on I think the first 2 seasons of that show. That was a crazy, scary, big show.
Yeah. Yeah. That's cool.
So do you want to go over
Yeah, so
we got a project going on with you.
Yeah, the next project
Yes.
we're working with you is
Yeah.
Mark and Steve versus the Woods.
Yes, the totally fake, true story of how Mark and I wrote our first screenplay.
How about did you get the idea, come up with the idea from this?
Always being like a big fan of like horror comedy films, and Mark being a big fan of horror films, we thought we could do something a little bit different by infusing like our own personal experiences in the film industry with the sort of placed in the horror genre. Yeah, most of the stuff we're influenced by is just the things we've gone through trying to make a film. We just thought it'd be kind of funny to let people in on those sort of inside stories.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. So basically, who we're going to bring into the project here? We have a couple main cast that we're going to attach to the project here that signed on board there. Lachlan Monroe.
Yeah, Lachlan Monroe, who is currently one of the main characters on Riverdale. I think he plays Betty Cooper's father,
Yeah.
and he's done a lot of sort of horror films and sci-fi stuff, like a lot of genre stuff.
Everyone
And then we
probably,
also,
yeah, everyone probably knows him from Scary Movie, wasn't he in there?
Yeah.
yeah,
That was a
he
big
was
one.
in Scary Movie, and he was in, oh, he's gonna hate this, Dracula 2000.
Oh
He was
yeah.
in
I watched
Freddy
that.
versus Jason.
Yeah.
I love Dracula 2000. Very
Me too.
underrated, and has like an amazing cast for what it is.
Shitty for its time, and now you look back, you're like, it's not so bad. Kind of like
Yeah.
John Carpenter's Vampires. I love John Carpenter so much, but Vampires, I watched it a couple times, like it sucks. I'm like, I love all those other movies so much though, and now I guess I've just brainwashed myself into convincing myself Vampires is good. John Carpenter's Vampires, because it's got what's his name? Oh come on,
Oh,
It's got James Woods
James
and,
Woods,
Yeah.
please, yeah.
and Bo Bridges, is it? It was one of the, or no, maybe it was, it's
Meatloaf wasn't it Meat? No, it's not Meatloaf. That's a different movie.
like a Baldwin or a
Meatloaf is a
Bridge. I think is it the oldest Baldwin? Like the fat guy that doesn't get a lot of work? Oh, I probably shouldn't say that.
Yeah. One of the 6 like clones there. No,
Yeah.
I don't know which one. It is.
Yeah, like the one that doesn't work anymore, basically. Well, that's all of them except for Alex Baldwin, but
Yeah.
oh well. It's not
Who
Stephen
else?
Baldwin, I know that.
Yeah. Who else do we have aboard the project here too as well? Not just Lachlan Monroe. We have a couple other attachments that have like a big name.
Yeah, we have Chris Goche as well attached to this. Chris Goche, you might know him from Once Upon a Time, where he plays Smee. He was also in Harper's Island. He was on Eureka. Was a main cast member there. He was also in Freddy versus Jason. He's the one that gets the flaming machete through his chest,
Okay.
which I'm told is quite popular amongst Freddy and Jason fans.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also have C. Ernst, who you might know as Big Baby in 13 Ghosts.
Yeah.
Love 13 Ghosts. The 99 one, right?
Yeah, the remake they did with Matthew Lillard and that girl from American Pie, whose name escapes
And
me.
he's that big baby thing, right?
Yeah, he's like that
A big
huge.
freaky baby. It's got like the mother. Yeah, the mother.
It's got
and
the
the
weird
baby
mother.
combo.
Yeah.
Those
He,
are those are the only good parts of that movie, of that one, because like everything else sucked. But when you saw what the creatures looked like, it was great. But in
the creature effects were really good.
Yeah, but
Like
in the older movie, it was actually like better story. You know, like it was a better atmosphere than the second one, I thought. But the ghosts were freaking sweet. I like those. I'm still a big fan of that. So.
Yeah, it was kind of a creepy movie. Like, it was one of those ones that kind of scared me just a little bit. But I think we all know that I scare pretty easily.
You should get a Doogie Howser.
Nice. You guys can get me fired from that show.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're looking to film this next year in BC. Here we got the location locked down. It's a cabin that was filmed for another. Was it a TV show or is it a movie?
Yeah, really sweet saccharine period piece TV show.
Yeah.
So it's the cabins we used for something a little bit different this time.
They didn't go inside though, right? They didn't go inside the cabin. It was just an exterior shots of it. So we're the first time actually filming inside the cabin, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
That's good. Yeah. Okay.
We're the first people with sort of horror genre to be at that cabin, which is surprising considering how creepy that cabin is.
Yeah. We'll make it a little bit more creepier with all the blood and gore.
Wasn't it used for Hallmark?
It's a Hallmark movie, wasn't it?
Yeah, my mom was watching a Hallmark movie over the Christmas holidays when I went to visit there.
So many people like that kind of
I
stuff.
was like, "What is this?" And she's like, "Oh, it's a Hallmark movie." She almost wanted me to leave.
Yeah.
She's like, "Get out of the room! I'm watching this movie. It's not for you."
Hallmark and their sweet morals.
My mom's got Hallmark in her heart.
Yeah.
A lot of people like that stuff, man. There's so many of those Hallmark movies and TV series filmed up here. It's
Yeah, so we're looking to film this project next year. We're just trying to lock in the last little bit of financing there. But it's a good project for everyone to look out for. The cast is amazing. The story is awesome. It's a really funny horror
comedy.
Yeah.
In a way, like what do you think it's more of? Like, is that the proper kind of like description for it? A horror comedy or comedy horror?
I think it's almost like split down the middle. Like I like to think that the funny stuff is really funny, but the scary stuff and the gory stuff is very real.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's gonna balance that line where it's gonna be like 50-50. You'll laugh and then you'll scream.
Yeah. I think everyone will love this project.
I think so. I think it's got a lot going for it, and it's got a great cast. It's got this up and coming director, me, that hopefully people will enjoy what I bring to the table. And I think if you like horror, you'll really get off on the scares and the gore. And I think you like strong, sort of biting comedy that you'll laugh quite a bit.
Yeah, and the crew's industry standard. Everyone there works on big Hollywood sets, so the quality of the movie will be par none. It'll be really good quality in the work there that everyone will be putting out there. The cinematography, the location looks amazing. We'll have good wardrobe. Everything will look really good, and I think everyone will enjoy the project there, and it'll find a good home.
Yeah, I think so. I think we're gonna have a really good production value on this. Everybody is sort of a top line person in their field, so we've been really lucky to be able to bring some of those people on board.
Yeah, I think everyone here will really love the project. So since it's the end of the year here,
I knew you were bringing it up now. I was thinking of it too. I'm like,
we have to ask
Yeah.
What's your favorite New Year's movies?
So, like, are we talking a movie that takes place on New Year's, or just a movie you like to watch during
Well,
New Year's?
kind of both
I,
because it's kind of like hard to find like just a New Year's movie in particular. But there's some that take place around New Year's where there's like Heist. I think there is a big one where there's like wasn't it Ocean's 12 or something? Ocean's 11. One of the oceans takes place during New Year's with a big heist.
I'm picturing some kind of like event at a New Year's party or something.
Well, yeah,
like
there's that too. Well, whatever you
like,
can.
and the movie's about like actually about New Year's.
Whatever you can think
Yeah,
of.
like
Yeah.
I can't, like, honestly, I can't really think of too many movies that are like New Year's is like the central plot focus. None that have been really sort of good because they all seem to get that cheesy
Yeah.
stuff.
I had to, and it's weird because I've seen so much stuff, especially in horror movies. I'm like, I've seen I even know like an April Fool's horror movie, you know, April Fool's Day, you know, everything's
But
got
not a
something,
New Year's
but
one.
not a New Year's one. So I looked it up and I'm like, New Year's Evil. I'm like, I think I remember hearing about that, but that's on my list now. I'm gonna watch that. It's probably just dreadful, but I love that crap. So
I had to think of that because last time, our last podcast there, our question of the day was, our question of the podcast was, what's your favorite Christmas movie?
yeah,
So this is
I probably forgot to mention Black Christmas that time, but I might have. But I don't know.
Oh man.
So yeah, this is timely. It's what's your favorite New Year's. But since you weren't on the last podcast, what's your favorite Christmas movie?
Favorite Christmas movie? Okay, I'm gonna say Love Actually. Don't hate me because I know it's schmaltzy, but it gets me every time. And then also Die Hard. You got
Yeah.
have that mix, right?
Yeah, that seems to be popular. Even I thought about that. Like I'm like that's.
There was an
And then-
article about it too. I seen about Die Hard. It was a Christmas movie.
Yeah, the writers finally put the debate to rest. He's come out and said, yes, this is a Christmas movie. How people can debate it, I don't know. It takes place at Christmas. They're at a Christmas party when it happens. It's a Christmas movie.
Hmm.
But for New Year's, like, things I think about is things like if I stay home on a New Year's Eve or New Year's Day when I'm hungover, the type of movies I would watch. I definitely go with, like, a classic like Jaws.
Yeah.
That's great to just sit back and watch that, or something really sort of low key and funny like This Is the End, or something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
I know that doesn't quite. I'm kind of weaseling out of the question because I can't think of a good.
Christoph, do you know any
No, I'm now thinking we should make an Easter movie.
Easter movie?
And you know what? Actually, I know a movie that takes place during Easter, which I love. It's Critters 2. That actually takes place during Easter. But we need like.
What about New Year's?
There are. See, in horror movies, there's every type of
New
other,
Year's.
like
New Year's,
every
though.
event is taken. But I don't know too many
New Year's.
that are. Yeah, I don't know too many New Year's.
We
ones.
should do one where it hits 12 o'clock, and right at 12 o'clock on New Year's, everyone turns into zombies, or like everyone dies or something.
That's the end of the movie. It's the beginning of the movie and the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, the ball drops. Everybody drops dead with it, and it's like that's it.
Or it's one of the type of movies where it starts off at the beginning of the movie. It was actually the end of the movie. They show a clip of it where it's like New Year's, and then it just starts after that, like building up to New Year's when everyone dies.
This sounds so dreadfully depressing.
Yeah, we're digging deep here. Like I can't say like I can't wake up in the middle of the night. At least I don't think it's gonna happen. And be like, I have this great movie about New Year's. I don't think it's ever gonna happen.
Well, you guys are lucky I'm not a writer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna work on Arbor Day, the movie.
Arbor Day.
What's that?
Arbor Day? What, like killer trees?
What's Arbor Day?
Like
It's like some American sort of spring sort of holiday, like long weekend or something like that. So
you know where I heard about Arbor Day for the first time? I was like, I swear I was like 9 years old watching Spanky's Old Gang. You know,
Spanky's,
like the little.
Is that a porn?
No, that's
Spanky's Old Gang?
Little Rascals. The Little Rascals, the 1930s black and white movies.
Yeah.
They had this whole episode about Arbor Day. I'm like, what the heck? I asked my mom, I'm like, what the heck's Arbor Day? And it's like, you plant a tree and blah blah blah. It's something about like save the earth kind of stuff. But that's Arbor
I think
Day.
it's strictly an American
That's
sort of
weird.
holiday, like civic holiday.
That's really weird.
When is that?
It's got to be in the spring, right? It only makes sense if it's in the spring. You wouldn't plant anything in the fall.
Everything
We need a date, and we need to get together next Arbor Day, and we'll like plant a bush or something.
You can make anything a date. There, like this year there's a day there was the Rock date, I think.
Oh yeah.
Dwayne the John Rockson.
Dwayne the Jock Ross. What was that?
Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Oh, that's a tongue twister, his name. But he had his own day here in Vancouver because he hired how many background was it that one day? It's like 100,000 background or something crazy. And then so they give him one day here. So I guess everyone can get a day. Do you want?
Yeah.
Do you want
Well,
your own day?
he's brought his.
You're there. You can still take.
I don't know if I deserve my own day. I don't quite have the fame of
Just
Dwayne
give
The Rock
yourself a
Johnson.
day. Just give yourself a day.
What would you do on Steve Stiller Day? What's
Yeah.
the tradition? You got to bring a gift for that?
Yeah.
I'm not coming if I got to buy a gift. I'm not, guys.
If anything, you'd have to bring beer because I like beer.
Bring beer. So it's
And
a
then
beer
we'd
drinking
watch-
holiday.
We'd watch Jaws,
Yeah.
Empire Strikes Back, and Raiders of the Lost Ark. That would be Steve Stiller Day.
And drink beer.
Drink beer and eat tacos.
What kind of beer and what kind of tacos?
Any beer that you like, as long as it's not an IPA, because I don't like IPA.
Do you like Pilsner?
I like a good Pilsner. If you can find a good Pilsner, or a lager is always nice.
Yeah.
Does family come over for Steve Stiller Day?
No, dear
Okay.
God, no.
Okay.
Just fun people.
What about the wife? The wife stays home?
No, she can come along. I like my wife. I get along with my wife. We hang out. She's cool.
I don't know. I'm just asking.
I know she's an accountant, but she's still cool, guys.
She makes sure you don't spend too much on your beer on Steve Stiller Day.
I don't think we have to worry about me spending too much money.
I guess. But you should be getting free beer on Steve Stiller Day. That's why it's Steve Stiller Day.
Exactly. You bring a beer, like, in homage to me. This
Yeah.
is getting really weird.
Yeah.
But I'm starting to like it a bit more, though. Like, this free beer is coming, and then
Yeah. And then what kind of tacos on the Steve Stiller Day?
just your basic ground beef taco.
And that's the equivalent of a
cheddar
turkey?
cheese.
That's like the equivalent of a turkey on Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
The tacos?
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Okay.
like your basic taco. None of this fancy taco, no fish tacos. It's a ground beef taco, a little lettuce, a little cheese, some sour cream, some salsa. Away you go. Hard shell only.
Perfect. You sold me on Steve Stiller Day. I'll take 2 days a year of that.
Well, what do you do on Anthony Risling Day?
Just work.
It's work.
Yeah, just
Gee,
work.
that's more work.
Yeah, it's
Double
not-
the work.
Yeah.
Oh, Anthony Risling Day is coming up.
I
Dang.
don't really like holidays too much. I
What
like
is it?
holidays,
It's kind of the
but
opposite of a vacation.
I'd rather just
I
work.
know.
Keep busy.
Every day is Anthony Risling Day then, because all I do seems to be his work.
Exactly. That's the perfect idea then. Then every day is my day. Because every day is a work day.
Yeah, but you know people resent that, right? You don't be the holiday everybody resents.
I guess. But it's a love-hate relationship. They love it because it's like they get paid at the end of it and they hate it because it's work. But it's a love-hate relationship.
Do you know what they do on National Kositza Day?
What's that?
There's parades,
Yeah.
and people go door to door and they knock, and you have to give them candy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and something like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Candy.
Yeah, throwing like that Halloween in there. You know, now steal from
So-
that tradition.
Pull up
I
to
want
you
to
in a
get
van
something.
and
I
offer
want
you
to,
candy.
yeah, probably.
Get free cat.
Parades and like something like trick or treating. Parades and trick or treating.
Nice.
Yeah, I hate parades though.
Why don't you like parades? You're scared of parades?
No, I
Like
went to
clowns?
Disneyland one time ever in my life, and the one time like I went to go on these cool rides,
Mhm.
and it was all parades. Parades kept shutting down the rides. I'm like,
Mhm.
hell,
Well, it's because they do a parade every 20 minutes.
that's ridiculous. They're shutting down all the good rides.
That's because little kids love parades. Where's your soul, man?
Oh, it's deep in there, underneath a hard shell.
Oh, man. All right, so we each had our own day. One's working, one's watching parades they don't like, and the other one's drinking beer and eating tacos. So I know which day I like the best.
Arbor Day.
Arbor Day.
Arbor Day.
Yeah. Okay, so what are you gonna do for New Year's then? You got any plans for the New Year's?
Actually, we're going to have a nice, quiet evening at home.
Yeah.
Just have a nice meal, nice bottle of wine,
Yeah.
maybe watch a movie. Probably Jaws.
Yeah.
Dude, that is totally the popular choice this year. I tell you, everybody's doing that.
Jaws?
No, they're doing this like everybody's staying home, keeping it comfy. You know, but people are saying like, "Come on over," but I ain't going nowhere. That's generally the public opinion right now.
Everyone's just staying
I'm not
home.
going anywhere either, except the keg. There's wife
The
and I.
keg.
We're going for lobster, I think. I think that's
Nice.
cool. Yeah.
Going out of control and getting some lobster.
Well, because she got some kind of like gift card from her work or something like that, and has to be used before New Year's. I'm like, I'm like, oh well, you will either will have it on New Year's.
It'll be
Eve.
funny if you guys go there, and then by the time you guys pay for it, it's after 12.
Yeah,
The gift card
yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
work.
Yeah.
You have to.
That'll be $100.
You're like, the gift card. I was here before 12, but you didn't pay.
Yeah.
You're like, well, what? I got drunk. We didn't know.
Yeah. Put them in the brig. You guys have a brig? We're the keg. Of course we have a brig.
Well, I'm sure there's a keg jail in the back there somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keg size jail.
They just put you in the cooler and lock it. 'Cause they can lock the cooler with other stuff.
I was just told about somebody who went on vacation with somebody and got locked in the brig of a cruise ship. Yeah, for acting belligerent.
Nice. I think I have a few friends that could probably pull that off.
Which cruise ship was this?
I don't know. A long time ago. But this is just, it's like,
Which friend?
I wouldn't mind seeing the brig of a ship.
Which friend was this that got locked in there?
Oh, no.
Get that metal coffee cup and just rattle the bars.
I had a friend who got locked in the closet during a robbery.
Who?
That was Paris.
Oh.
That poor guy.
Which robbery? Where is this?
This was on Canby and 18th.
Yeah. Oh, what kind
And
of store?
this was a good one.
Yeah.
So it was a little corner store.
Yeah.
And he's standing there paying for his gummies or whatever. And these two guys walk in. The clerk says, "Here, take this phone and go call the cops." And he hands my friend this the phone, and he runs into one of the two guys who had just walked in. And the guy says, "Give me that phone." And he goes, "All right." He gives him the phone immediately. He's like, "Get in the closet." And that's exactly what he did. So I put my friend in the closet. The clerk bolted. And then the cops come, like, I don't know how long later, 45 minutes. My friend's been locked in the closet, okay? Cops come, frisk him because they think he's one of the robbers who might have gotten left behind, got stuck in a closet or something like that. So they had to frisk him first before realizing that.
You got handcuffed and stuff?
Oh, everything. Yeah. Then they realized he's like, no, it was the victim. So he got totally shafted.
Gets killed, too. That'd be crazy. Gets two shots,
that would suck. The funny thing is that
open the door, boom, 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 you get two shots.
But he's just trying to catch the clerk. Take this phone,
Yeah.
Go call the cops.
Yeah, he gets shot because of the phone. That's
his reactions, though, were so funny. Okay. And then the bumps to the robber. Robber says, "Give me that." And he's like, all right, here you go. Get in the closet. We got it. You got it, boss.
We have to give him the phone. They'll kill you.
Yeah.
I don't think these guys
be
were
a
ready to
hero,
kill.
man.
These guys weren't ready to kill, but the clerk bolted. One of them or two of them chased after the clerk or something like that. He was left.
Well, they probably need him to open the till, right?
Yeah. It was like some neighborhood. It was almost like in a residential neighborhood. Yeah, it's one of these like little tiny mom and pop shops.
So they got away with like $25 in quarters.
Yeah, maybe, and like a handful of, like, chips, maybe. Bags of chips.
The small bags of chips.
Yeah.
I had a friend that lived in the basement of a corner store there, and his dad and mom ran the corner store, so they're always there. And there was a robber that came in there, and the cops were chasing him, and his dad blocked the back door so he couldn't get out with like a big, huge knife. So he had to bolt through the back to the front of the store. The cops came and shot him, and then he died in the store there. So, yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Well,
what's with you and these depressing stories, man?
Well, I'm just
gangland drama.
Yeah.
My brother loves that shit. My brother's all about gangland, man. This is cool and this and this. I'm like, man, you were the nicest guy I know. Like, my brother's always talking about shit like that. He's always.
You want a day named after you that's all about going to work? Like, I don't know, dude.
You like to work?
That's not the only thing you do on Anthony Risling Day. You have to belt yourself with a strap 3 times in the morning. It's like tradition.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. You wake up, you give yourself the strap. You sit backwards on a chair. You give yourself the old 3 on the back, and it's like off to work.
Don't be lazy, guys. Don't be lazy.
I think they only still celebrate Anthony Risling Day in like Bulgaria or something like that.
Yeah.
That's like the last place.
One of those Nike factories, or
yeah, and like
this podcast will be popular in Russia.
Yeah, Russia, Slovakia, and Slovakia.
People like to
work.
work.
Podcast just a little dark, guys.
It's not bad. People like this kind of humor. It's dry. It's like British humor. People like that kind of stuff.
Oh, you saying humor sucks? Well, I didn't say anything.
Do you guys watch any other new movies? Anything that catches your eye in the entertainment?
I watched some good oldies. I watched some good oldies.
Some oldies?
I saw the latest Star Wars movie. It was pretty good. That's
you
pretty
like. What's your feedback on it?
What's that?
What's your feedback on the Star Wars?
I mean, I liked it. I thought that they're definitely moving forward away from like the old cast, and I think they've kind of tightened up their story a little bit. Mm-hmm. And I like the Porgs. I'm sorry, but I like those little guys. I think they're funny as hell. Yeah, I know. I also like Love Actually, so can't trust
like
anything I
now
say.
it's like now, Steve. I know Disney's got a gun to your belly right now. We're not gonna go into the details of what if anything sucks in there because I've heard things. I haven't seen it, but
Um, I mean, there's a few like kind of plot holes that I'm willing to overlook that maybe some people aren't, and there's a couple little
What are
I
those?
don't
What
know.
kind of potholes are those?
I don't know, this stuff they didn't establish it as like say force powers or somebody's lineage that they kind of just throw out there. Like we should all know that that's possible without having established it in any of the previous movies. But again, you're talking about a 30-year gap between the original trilogy and the new trilogy, so you can kind of assume that stuff happened in those 30 years. Like Leia having great force powers and Luke becoming completely cynical or things like that, or Rey's parents and what they're supposed to be. I guess you should put spoiler alerts before I say any of that stuff.
No, people don't mind. They always like to watch it or listen to it and hear it.
did you watch anything new? Did you watch anything new, Anthony?
Oh, I never watched anything new lately. No.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
No.
anything like old? Anything? Did you watch anything?
Well, I've been watching like
Rugrats with Grayson.
Rugrats. I got on there. I got
Nice.
Elf. I was watching that one with
Elf?
Elf. Yeah, it's the one with Will Ferrell.
I saw Alf recently. You know that Alien?
Yeah.
The Alien show. Yeah, that's actually really good. It's
That
not
was
bad.
good.
Alf.
The one that's based off of the writer's heroin addiction hallucinations.
The one that it's got a real little person in the beginning. In the suit. Some poor guy played like he was probably part of that Ewok crew.
Yeah.
One of those actors.
What do you mean Ewok crew?
Like there was actually a guy in the suit of Alf apparently for the first season or two or
And
whatever.
then after it's a robot, or what?
Well, it was a lot of like puppetry and stuff, and like I don't know what else. I gotta look into the details.
But they had a guy in there
There
originally.
was definitely a guy in there, and I don't know if there was later on.
He eventually died because of the
I
show.
only locked the first season down solid now. I'm just doing my second rerun of Cheers, so
Cheers.
yeah.
You gotta really look into the history of the guy who created Elf.
Yeah.
That's
'Cause
funny.
It's crazy. Like he was like huge heroin addict. Alf is like one of his hallucinations that like haunted him, so he kind of wrote it as a character in it.
Really?
Yeah, there's actually a movie about it starring Ben Stiller.
What's it called?
I can't remember what it's called.
Any
like-
relation?
No, there's no relation between me and Ben Stiller.
I don't know. A Stiller's blood is a Stiller's blood,
Just
Like, I
say
don't
he's
know.
your uncle. It's
Yeah,
okay.
tell us we know. Uncle Ben. We've heard of Uncle Ben.
Yeah.
I'm so not a fan of Ben Stiller, so I just like.
What did Ben get you for Christmas? I'm just joking. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Low self-esteem.
Yeah. It's like all my life I've been living with this.
In the shadow of this
Yeah,
guy who's not even related to.
Have you seen Office Space? It's like the Michael Bolton thing. It's like,
Yeah, exactly.
I like Michael Bolton. Yeah, I love him.
Yeah. Any relation to Michael Bolton? Yeah, no.
What's your favorite Michael Bolton song? All of them.
That's a great movie, Office Space.
You must be a big fan. What? Yeah, no, very underrated movie.
Office
It's,
Space?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it is in a way. It is
Can
in a
you
way.
get that stapler there,
Yeah.
please?
I told him if he takes my stapler, I'm going to burn down the building.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's that stapler I was looking for.
Hmm.
Yeah, Bill Lumberg here. Yeah, it's Bill here. Bill Lumberg.
They could have took the money too. That's the crazy thing. They put the check in the door and they burnt all the evidence down. So if they would have kept that check, they would have been rich. But they didn't keep the check. They ended up working the construction job in the end, and they lived happily ever after. That was a good movie, actually.
Yeah, it's a great message that you should just work yourself. That's the only way to be happy is by doing
Mike Judge.
construction.
Yeah.
Mike Judge is a good good.
Didn't he
Good
do
writer.
like a Dilbert cartoon? That was where they got the idea for it, or Milton cartoon? What was it called?
There was.
Yeah, I think it was Milton like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy with the stapler was part of a comic strip that he did, I think, or a cartoon.
And that's how they got the idea for Office Space.
Yeah, they just kind of added a world around him, basically.
Yeah.
Kind of like how SNL made movies out of some of their characters, I guess.
Yeah.
Like that, yeah.
Oh god, that was brutal for a lot of it.
I like the. Yeah. I like
It's like
the,
Wayne's World hit, and then they thought they could make movies out of all their characters. They didn't stop to think of which would actually work.
Norm Macdonald did a lot of good jobs on his movies.
There's some hidden gem Norm Macdonald movies for
Yeah,
sure.
I met him one time. It was pretty cool. It was at the Pemberton Festival there, and he was going on stage, and he didn't know where the stage was. So me and my friend there took him to the stage, and we got to the stage area. He was like, "So now I need a pen and piece of paper." And we looked around like, "Well, what for?" He's like, "Well, I need jokes." I'm like, "Well, what? Are you serious?"
Quickly.
I think he was just joking.
Tell me something you find on the bottom of your shoe.
Yeah.
Gum? Yeah, it's good. It's gum. Give me something else. Shit?
Yeah, he was just by himself, though. He had no agent with him, no, like, handler, just Norm Macdonald by himself there, like, wandering around. Like, I'm surprised he even got...
Be my friend? Yeah, okay.
I'm surprised he even got there. Like, someone just picked him up at the airport and brought him there. Like, it was like, wow, Norm Macdonald's there, and he was really cool.
He's Canadian, isn't he?
Dirty Works. That's a good one.
Yeah, Dirty Works is a really good movie. I like that one.
Do you know what I watched recently, though? I really got to say, like, people are going to be, what the heck is this movie, you know?
What?
Prince of the City was really good.
What's that?
You like Scarface or stuff like that? It's like an 80s crime drama. It's not a lot of bang-bang. It's, like, really cool. It's really cool. It's a police corruption crime drama. It's, like, based in New York. And there's so many of those. But, yeah, if you like Law & Order, I guess, stuff like that. But it's a movie with Treat Williams.
Treat Williams.
Yeah, Treat Williams from, like, Dead Heat. Like some...
Yeah.
Yeah, Dead Heat.
Okay.
And, a bunch of other stuff, but
that's probably why nobody's heard of it.
But this is honestly probably one of his probably one of his best. Oh, he's in Deep Rising. I just watched Deep Rising like a little while ago as well. Awesome movie. The one with those like sea serpent monsters on the cruise ship.
Yeah. I've seen Deep Rising.
Yeah. That's Treat Williams.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Well, that's not so bad. I like that one.
Yeah. So this one's like a 1980 movie, but it was pretty cool. It's about like a Treat Williams is like part of some kind of investigation unit. I don't know if it really exists. It's something called SIU. And he's hired by some kind of like higher federal force, some kind of other task force, as like he snitches on other cops. So he goes into all these other police groups, like different units, and he finds out who's corrupt and he exposes them and whatever, you know. And it's actually really good. So he's constantly like all the people he works with actually they all hate him and stuff eventually. But he was like the golden boy before. He was the golden boy of his original unit. That was a fucking sweet ass movie. And
check that out.
Yeah, for New York crime dramas, and the other one I just watched like last night was what was that one? State of Grace. That's got Sean Penn and Ed Harris, and a couple other ones, but that's already like a pretty banging. And Gary Oldman.
Yeah. Okay, I remember that one.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet ass.
I love Gary Oldman. You watch him in anything.
Yeah, that was one of his good ones. Well,
he's got that Winston Churchill one coming out. I want to check that out, but strictly because he's playing Winston Churchill.
I haven't heard of it. Have you heard of it?
No.
Churchill.
It's called Darkest Hour or something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it's either about to come out or it just came out kind of on limited release.
Yeah.
Just in time, to be nominated for awards and stuff, where they do that 2 theater release and then they release it wide like in the new year.
Yeah. What's that movie, All the Money in the World? Have you heard of that one yet?
Yeah, the Ridley Scott movie where they replaced Kevin Spacey with Christopher Plummer.
Yeah, what's the storyline of that, do you know?
It's like a true story that was like in the 70s or something, where this 70s or 80s, I think. Don't quote me on this because
you're quoted.
No, don't. I said don't quote me. I'm on the record now. But it's like this rich kid gets kidnapped, and I guess the grandfather controls like all the money, and he refuses to give like sort of any money whatsoever for ransom. And I think the kid ends up getting killed or something like that.
This is a famous story. Yes, I've read about this guy. It's like everybody views him as like some kind of a greedy bastard. It's like, we have your son, we're gonna chop him up into little bits. Take him.
Yeah, like he refuses
to. You want to take off of me is worth more than him.
It's like the Jim Patterson story there, with his son got kidnapped before.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty interesting, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, in the next year, we have to have Mark come on the show here and talk a little bit more about the project.
Yeah, well, you'll have to extend the length of the podcast the way Mark talks. You might want to make it like 2 or 3 hours and just let him.
Well, he talks a lot, or what?
Yeah, you just put a microphone in front of him and just ask him one small question, like something really obscure, and then he'll just he'll paint a 2-hour picture of everything in between.
Perfect. We love that kind of stuff there. The viewers, the listeners love stuff. They're at work or something, they're going around, they're listening to this podcast, and they like that kind of stuff. He might have some stories on set there, too, that he'll be able to spill, since you didn't want to spill some stories.
Ooh, I saw a good one lately I forgot about.
Which one?
Brawl in Cell Block 99.
What's that?
That's with Vince Vaughn. It's his best movie in a while. That's a good one. And
I saw the trailer for it.
That's the same guy who directed Bone Tomahawk. That was sweet. It takes a little while to build up, but it's like, I only found it because I was looking for movies like Riccio. Riccio is a great. Riccio is the best. It's a prison, it's like a Chinese prison movie about a guy who's got the strength of 20 men. It's like the goriest martial arts prison movie you've ever seen. It's just outrageous. So I found it because it was on a list like that. But it wasn't like that movie at all. It builds up to it. But it's like, an innocent man goes to jail. He's got to do a little bit of time, but then somebody says, if you do not kill this man, we will hack your wife up into bits, and so he's got to go to some maximum security prison and kill some high-profile guy. And and the fight scenes are like, they are like, they're ridiculous.
Cool, I'll definitely have to check it out. I saw the trailer for it, and it looked pretty interesting. And
his go-to move, he's got go-to moves, Vince Vaughn, hardcore shit. He puts your face on the ground, steps on your head, and slides your face and stuff. It's brutal. It's all of a sudden it becomes hostile for a second, that's what it's like during the fight scenes. But it's really, I had a good time with that one for a new movie, and that came out this year too. That's very underrated.
Yeah, I definitely gotta check that out, and I gotta check out Shape in the Water, and there's probably a few other sort of smaller movies I want to check out now that I've got kind of all the blockbusters out of the way.
Have you seen Highlander?
Yeah, Highlander's good.
I rewatched. I just watched
the original Highlander with
with Christopher Lambert.
Oh God, the guy's so horrible.
Oh, what do you think? I thought that movie was pretty funny, huh? That was pretty entertaining.
Yeah, it's entertaining, but Christopher Lambert as an action hero or an actor even is just so. You want something really cheesy and fun with Christopher Lambert. What is that one? Grendel. They do this sort of almost like an 80s heavy metal music video style of filmmaking of the epic poem Grendel.
Oh yeah, I read that in school.
Yeah, you gotta watch his version. It's so ridiculous. It's like watching Conan the Destroyer, the second movie, how bad that was.
Love those movies. Those movies.
Then you gotta check out the Grendel one, because it's exactly like that. It's every woman looks like she's out of an 80s Motley Crue video. And it's just ridiculous. None of the accents make any sense. It's like watching Heavy Metal, the cartoon. It's like somebody tried to bring that to life, but without a budget.
Then you get that movie.
Yeah, you gotta see it. It's by far his worst yet / best movie since Mortal Kombat.
It's in the realm of Tommy.
Highlander, he was better in. I always remember him as Raiden in Mortal Kombat. That's the first thing I ever really remember seeing him as. But I said, recently I watched him in Highlander. I'm okay, this one was really enjoyable. But Clancy Brown was actually the one I really liked in Highlander. He was badass. He's badass in that one. Kurgan! It's so good.
He's such an underrated actor, too. He's so good in everything he does.
Yeah. Starship Troopers?
Yeah.
Put your hand there! Smash! With a knife.
Shawshank Redemption, he's really good in.
I met the main actor. I didn't meet him. I sat next to him at the Circus Soleil at the Bellagio. Andy Dufresne. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Andy Dufresne?
The main actor in there.
Tim Robbins?
Yeah, I sat next to him. He was with some good-looking girl, and I was 2 seats over. We had really good seats at the Circus Soleil show there at the Bellagio. It's called Circus Soleil at the time. And yeah, there was actors diving into the water pool that was there, and then the platform raised up, so they're walking on the platform, and then it lowered down all of a sudden, and people came out of the water, and then there's well, the whole show opened up I didn't even know that there was a big stage there. It looked like a small theater there, and there was a curtain closed, and then all of a sudden this kid gets taken to the front of the room, and then they tie a ribbon around his waist, and then all of a sudden he gets pulled back in the curtains come with him, and then it reveals this huge stage area. The kid was like in on it, like a Confederate in the stage, and it reveals the whole stage area there. You can kind of smell like the pulley kind of sensor, so you knew that was kind of something like that there, but you don't really know how big the room is until the curtains reveal. And it was a really good stage performance.
Sounds like the Waterworld.
Yeah.
Thing at Universal.
It was crazy. A lot of acrobatics, a lot of like stuff diving into this water. The platform like lifted up into the air, and they're doing stuff onto it, and then it spinned around or something like that, I think. And there's like fire at one point.
Sounds like Wizard of Oz on ice.
It was crazy. Yeah, it was very expensive, and sat next to Andy Dufresne from Shawshank Redemption.
Cool.
Yeah, he didn't escape. He watched. Okay, well, we should probably wrap up the show here. It's getting on probably 40 minutes now here. This is the last podcast of the new year till next year, 2018. Subscribe, comment, tell your friends about the podcast. Anything else you guys want to add before the end of the year here?
Just survive.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll make it. We're all going to make it.
Oh, it's going to be a good year next year. I'm very excited.
I'm very much waiting to see what's happening next year.
Yeah, I mean, I can't wait till we get a chance to do Mark and Steve, but I'm also interested in trying to push forward this Steve Stiller Day, the taco and beer day as well. Yeah. So maybe we can work on that at the same time. Start
with that day, then from there we have more to ground.
I heard Steve Stiller Day is huge in Argentina. It's really picking up and moving its way north. It's coming.
Little pockets of it in Tasmania as well. You can't count out that little country.
You're the mayor in some country?
Yeah. You're the mayor now? Yeah, I would have thought,
Just not even find out.
Yeah. They love the day so much, they just made me mayor. I didn't know.
Keep getting all this civil ordinance to sign. Like, what the?
Yeah. All you do is get free tacos and beers. It's amazing. I don't know.
Maybe I should shoot a little bit higher. Maybe tacos and beer isn't exactly like that lofty standard I should be looking for.
You're on the record already. That's all you get is tacos and beers now. You're like, I don't want any more tacos and beers now. You're sick of tacos. You get like gout or something.
Yeah, you can't. Once you've made the rules for the holiday, it's almost they got to stick. Otherwise, you get it's total anarchy. You get looting and everything else. That just you can't change the rules.
Okay, I don't want to be responsible for any looting, so maybe we should just leave that there for now.
Because there was that incident in '99.
The LA riots too. That was caused by tacos and beers. They didn't want to let everyone know that. But
that was not my fault.
Yes, it was. You stopped the tacos flowing for one day, and that's what happened.
I'm sorry, Los Angeles.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, we are going to get back to moving Mark and Steve forward as well, because we had it down at the market, which was good.
And and we'll be at Cannes next year as well. Christoph and myself will be at Cannes. We'll be preparing for the market. We'll be contacting companies throughout the new year here and approaching new companies to come on board. But the project is looking like it's shaping to be filmed next year and hopefully get released that end of the year. Hopefully 2019 you'll see it either in theaters or on DVD, video on demand. We're not too sure exactly the route of distribution yet, but you will see it somewhere near you.
Yeah, and also, where can we? What's the best place to find
their project stuff?
Yeah,
we don't have we have a .com yet. Mark and Steve versus the Woods, but it's not up and running yet. I don't think, is it?
Oh, there's a Facebook page.
We have a Facebook and
Instagram.
Got everything
you see on there. It's got the.
What's our Facebook page?
What's our?
I think it's Facebook / Mark and Steve versus the Woods.
Sorry again, Christoph was making fun of me here.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to do it so people in the audience know what it is. I know it was.
I'm on the phone with the accountant. What's the Facebook page?
I'm trying to tell everyone in the audience who doesn't know. Jeez, guys. So quiet down, Christoph here. What's the Facebook page again?
I think it's just Facebook / Mark and Steve versus the Woods.
And we have Instagram too as well?
Yes, we have Instagram, which is Mark and Steve versus. There's also our Twitter page, which is at Mark and Steve. And
what's your personal phone number so people can reach you? I'm just joking. at any hours, you can call them at 24 hours a day. It's 604-298-4444. Please don't call that number because it's not actually his number.
Bored, need to talk, stay up late, call Steve.
We're
555.
Yeah. 5555. some guy's gonna get really upset because that's actually his phone number you're giving out. Finds out on the podcast, like, you've been giving out my phone number. Just because it's all fives doesn't mean it's a fake number. That's my phone number, guys.
If you give out my number one more time,
Yeah.
we'll come to your house. Oh my gosh,
But
that's like that. That's a movie too.
Yeah.
Talk radio.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens. That's a good one. Anyway.
Okay, well, let's wrap up the show here before it gets to being 20 hours long.
Yeah.
A marathon here.
And we'll talk again soon, Steve.
Yeah,
we'll meet up too.
Yeah, we'll go over this podcast a little bit more next episode, and we'll bring on Mark to the episode and go in more detail how the project's going. Maybe go over the storyline in a little bit more detail, some of the characters involved. Yeah. Happy New Year's, everyone, and thanks for listening.